Welcome, everyone. We're just going to wait a couple of minutes because I can see people are still streaming in. Welcome, everyone, to our Specified Technical Training Module 2, and thank you for joining us today. My name is Tarini, and I am being assisted by Dumisani, and we are both trainers in Impro's training division. This is the second of 4 webinar sessions that we will be hosting, with the aim of providing you with the ability to specify, select, and sell our access control solutions. Those that complete all 4 sessions will receive a certificate of attendance from the training division. Before we begin, please take note of the following. We have disabled all microphones in this webinar. If you have any questions, please type these into the chat box and we'll cover as many as we can during the Q&A session at the end. In the event that we cannot cover all your questions raised, we will create an FAQ from this session, which will be posted on our website and the link will be emailed to you. On the right-hand side, you will see we have handouts available for all attendees. Please feel free to download these for your future reference. Please also be aware that this webinar is being recorded and will be made available online after the event. At the end of the webinar, we have a compulsory quiz for you to complete in order to move on to the next module. Please make sure you complete this before closing the webinar window. Should you have additional questions or need information after this webinar, please feel free to reach out to us on info@impro.net. If everyone is ready, let's begin. Topics for discussion, Module 2 Hardware. We will be discussing your cluster controller, modules, readers, credentials, and other hardware. Access portal hardware. Access portal hardware. The system controller, which is your cluster controller module. Modules, which are your reader modules, your Wigan reader module, IO8 module, and antenna reader module. Readers and credentials. Cluster controller. The controller features include full offline functionality, ability to store up to 100,000 transactions, built-in anti-tamper switch, and is compatible with all Access Portal modules and all Access Portal software. Housing variants. The cluster controller module is available in two housing variants: the IPS box solution with power supply, cluster controller, and space for a maximum of 4 modules, a 5-amp power supply, and the second variant is a plastic housing, ABS plastic IP40 rated. Technical information. We have input 12 to 15 VDC with reverse polarity protection, selection of dip switches, real-time clock battery, anti-tamper switch, Ethernet, RS485, S-Bus, and cluster connections, diagnostic LEDs, and this unit buffers up to 100,000 transactions. It also has one fixed address. Dip switches. Dip switch settings are only read on power up. If any changes are made to the dip switch settings, the power to the cluster controller should be disconnected and then reconnected to register the new settings. Cluster controller modes. The cluster controller may be configured to operate in one of 4 modes: Access Portal Lite, Access Portal Pro, Door Controller, and IXP220 System Controller. What about the dip switch settings for Access Portal Basic and Access Portal Enterprise System Controller or Master? These are exactly the same as Access Portal Pro. Please note, with Access Portal Enterprise, the use of a cluster controller module in APC mode is only applicable to sites with less than 10,000 tag holders per site and less than 10,000 tags per site. Fixed addresses. A cluster controller set up in APC Master, configured as one of a number of network controllers, can control up to a maximum of 64 fixed addresses each. The master supports 64 fixed addresses, and in this diagram you can see each reader takes up one fixed address. Therefore, 8 fixed addresses are used and 56 fixed addresses are remaining. Access Portal Lite. Door controllers used in Access Portal Lite can only be connected via RS485 to the master. Access Portal Basic. Door controllers used in Access Portal Basic can be connected via RS485 or TCP/IP. Access Portal Pro. Door controllers used in Access Portal Pro can be connected via RS485 or TCP/IP. Access Portal Enterprise. Door controllers used in Access Portal Enterprise can be connected via RS485 or TCP/IP. Cluster controller modules in APC mode can be used with Access Portal Enterprise only for sites with less than 10,000 tag holders per site and less than 10,000 tags per site. You will use application controllers with Access Portal Enterprise only for sites with more than 10,000 tag holders per site and more than 10,000 tags per site. Access Portal modules. Access Portal reader modules simply clip into the cluster controller for one of the most rapid installation procedures ever seen. Only one click and your power and communication cabling is done. Expansion modules. This cluster extension module may be plugged into an existing cluster or connected to a cluster controller module via S-Bus. The S-Bus can run up to a maximum of 150 meters. Wigan Reader module. The Wigan Reader module is a cluster expansion module that works in conjunction with an Impro cluster controller module, offering a Wigan Reader interface solution that is adaptable and scalable, while also accommodating legacy hardware and software suites. Wigan Reader module. This cluster extension module may be plugged into an existing cluster or clustered to a cluster controller module via the S-Bus. The Wigan Reader module can have full anti-passback control of one door or single entry access control of two doors with push button for exit. Technical information of your Wigan Reader module. Input 12 to 15 VDC with reverse polarity protection. Anti-tamper switch. Hot swappable. This means that you can simply remove the PCB only, leaving the backing plate in place, not affecting the power to other cluster controller modules. 2 10-amp relays, single pole double throw. 4 dry contact digital inputs, including 2 door open sensors and 2 request to exit inputs. Diagnostic LEDs, and supports 2 readers. Supported readers. Here we have the multidiscipline reader with pigtail, and these are IP65 rated and other outdoor readers. Then we have multidiscipline readers with 10-way terminal block. These are the indoor readers. Then we have the multi-discipline junction box readers with tri-colored LEDs. And third-party products such as biometrics, AMPR, and long-range readers. Cable distance. Keypad and non-keypad Wigan readers can be mounted up to a maximum of 150 meters from your Wigan Reader module. Options available to you. ACW930, IPS box solution with no LCD cluster controller with one Wigan Reader module. HMW901, single Wigan Reader module for use with a cluster controller in an IPS box. HMW900, single Wigan Reader module for use with a plastic housing cluster controller. HCW910, plastic housing, no LCD cluster controller with one Wigan Reader module. Antenna reader module. The antenna reader module is a cluster expansion module that works in conjunction with an Impro cluster controller module, offering an antenna reader interface solution that is adaptable and scalable, while also accommodating legacy hardware and software suites. Technical information. Input of 12 to 15 VDC with reverse polarity protection. Anti-tamper switch. Hot swappable. 2 10-amp relays, single pole double throw. 4 dry contact digital inputs, including 2 door open sensors and 2 request to exit inputs, diagnostic LEDs, and supports 2 readers. Supported readers. MMA, HRL 900, antenna non-keypad micro-mullion reader. AMK and AMR, HRL 904 and HRL 905, antenna mullion readers with a 6-way terminal block. MHA, HRL 902 and the KHA, HRL 906, antenna metal readers, zinc alloy die-cast enclosure. Cable distance. A non-keypad antenna reader can be mounted up to a maximum of 25 meters from your antenna reader module, while a keypad antenna reader can be mounted up to a maximum of 16 meters from your antenna reader module. Only Impro's range of antenna readers can be connected to the antenna reader module. No Wiegand readers. Options available to you. HCL 930, IPS box solution with no LCD cluster controller with 1 antenna reader module. HML 901, single antenna reader module for use with a cluster controller in an IPS box. HML 900, single antenna reader module for use with a plastic housing cluster controller. HCL 910, plastic housing, no LCD cluster controller with 1 antenna reader module. Now I'll be handing over to Dumisani.
Thank you, Tereni. I'll be starting with the IO8 module. So the IO8 module is a cluster expansion module that works in conjunction with the Impro CCM, also known as the cluster controller module. It offers 8 digital inputs and 8 output relays. Some of the technical information on this device: it's got an input of 12 to 15 volts DC with reverse polarity protection. It's got an anti-tamper switch on it. It is hot swappable. It's got 8 times 10 amp relay single pole double throw. It's got 8 dry contact digital inputs. This device has an endless array of applications. You can use it for lift control and alarm arming. Options that are available to you: you've got the HMO 900, which is a single IO8 module for use with a plastic housing cluster controller. You've got the HCO 910, which is a plastic housing, no LCD cluster controller with 1 IO8 module. You've got the HMO 901, which is a single IO8 module for use with a cluster controller in an IPS box. You've got the HCO 930, which is an IPS box solution with no LCD cluster controller with 1 IO8 module. Readers. So we're going to look at the variety of readers that we actually offer. So Impro offers a diverse array of access control readers to meet a variety of installation requirements. We offer interior and exterior readers, one of the smallest reader footprints to traditional junk box mountings. You can also choose between a fingerprint biometric reader, keypad, and non-keypad variants. We're going to start with a multidiscipline. The Impro multidiscipline reader are compact and robust passive proximity readers. New technology allows the multidiscipline readers to read both 125 kHz and 13.56 MHz frequency tags. We've got 2 types. We've got the outdoor readers and we've got the indoor readers. The outdoor readers come with a pigtail and the indoor readers come with a 10-way terminal block on the back for easy installation. Outdoor readers are very versatile. They've got variants for indoor and outdoor use. The footprint is a Boolean footprint, ideal for new or retrofitted sites. The tag variant is compatible with 125 kHz and 13.56 MHz tags. Interoperability is integrated with variety of Impro solutions. We've got the MDR Plus, MDK Plus, and the MDR and MDK. The HRW902, which is the MDR Plus, is an outdoor reader, and the MDK Plus is the HRW903, which is the keypad variant of the MDR. And you've got the HRW900, which is the indoor reader, and the MDK, which is the keypad variant of the HRW901. The multidiscipline reader will connect to the following module. It will connect to the WRM, which is our weekend reader module. It will use the following credential frequency, 125 kHz and 13.56 MHz. The credential options, this reader can read up to 9 different tag types. The enrollment reader we're going to be using is an MDE, also known as a multidiscipline enrollment reader. This reader can enroll any cards from 125 kHz and 13.56 MHz tags. The maximum cable reader distance from the module is 150 meters connected via weekend. Tag modes. The MDR offers 3 different tag frequency modes. Mode 1 is 125 kHz only. Mode 2 is 13.56 MHz only. And mode 3 is 125 kHz and 13.56 MHz. The default mode is dual for 125 kHz and 13.56 MHz. We also offer the multidiscipline junction box. The Impro multidiscipline junction box reader are robust passive proximity readers that are conveniently sized to fit over a standard electrical junction box. Multidiscipline technology allows the readers to read both 125 kHz and 13.56 MHz frequency tags. We've got the HRK901, which is the keypad variant of the junction box, and the HRN 900, which is the non-keypad variant. What reader module would this device connect to? This device will also connect to the weekend reader module, which is known as the WRM. The credential frequency for this readers is 125 kHz and 13.56 MHz. The credential options, this reader can also read up to 9 different tag types. The enrollment reader that we're going to use for this is a MDE, which is a multidiscipline enrollment reader. And the maximum cable distance is also 150 meters via weekend. We are now going to look at our 125 kHz antenna readers. We've got the HRL 900, which is a 9-keypad micro Boolean reader, also known as the MMA, with no buzzer, ABS enclosure, and a bicolored LED. We have also offered the HRL 902, which is the 9-keypad metal reader, also known as the MHA. This comes with a buzzer, it's covered in zinc alloy, die-casted enclosure, and bicolored LED. We also offer the HRL 906, which is a keypad metal reader, also known as the KHA, comes with a buzzer and a zinc alloy die-cast enclosure and has bicolored LED. Also, the HRL 903, which is a non-keypad Boolean reader, also known as the AMR, with a buzzer and comes covered in a stainless steel cover, tri-covered LED, and a 6-way terminal block for easy installation. Lastly, we have the HRL 904, which is a 12-digit Boolean keypad reader, also known as the AMK, comes with a buzzer and is covered in stainless steel cover, has tri-colored LED and 6-way terminal block for easy installation. Our antenna readers. The Impro and 125 antenna readers are compact 125 kHz frequency tag readers. The reader module that you're going to connect these readers to is an ARM, which is an antenna reader module. The credential frequency is 125 kHz. Credential options are your antenna, credit card styles, and other types of tags, which are 125 kHz frequency tags. An enrollment reader is the MDE, which is the multi-discipline enrollment reader. Maximum cable distance is 25 meters for the non-keypad variant and 16 meters for keypad variant. We also offer our time and attendance readers. Impro's multidiscipline biometric time and attendance reader, also known popularly as the BMTA, supports both 125 kHz and 13.56 MHz. It has options for fingerprint, card, and PIN authentication. It has no relays or inputs on it. There's two types. We've got the HRB 900, which has only the RS485 option on it, and the HRB 901, which offers RS485 and TCP/IP connections. We also have an Impro multidiscipline time and attendance reader, also known as the MDTA. It supports 125 kHz and 13.56 MHz. This comes with a card and PIN authentication, and it has no relays and inputs on it. The code for this is HRT 900, and it only comes with RS485 only. We offer biometric time and attendance. For the enrollment for the biometric time and attendance, for the card, you're going to be using your multidiscipline enrollment reader. And for the fingers, you're going to be using a NetGen and BMTA enrollment known as the Hamster. Credential frequency for this reader is 125 kHz and 13.56 MHz. The user capacity, this supports up to 2,500 users with 2 fingers per user. The BMTA has 2 functions to it. You either can use it for time and attendance or access control. For time and attendance, you want to calculate the hours and therefore you need an in and out transaction. So one BMTA reader is sufficient because you can configure in and out buttons to trigger those transactions. Right? If you're going to use it for access control, you're going to then require an S-bus relay box, which we're going to cover shortly. So the code for your BMTAs is HRB 900 and HRB 901. These can be both used for access control and time and attendance. The XSR is a secure remote relay board that places the relay on the secure side of the door. It uses the Impro S-bus protocol, which was been designed for low-cost bidirectional communication up to 150 meters. The code for this is HSP 920. The component layout of this device has an input of 12 to 15 volts DC. It has a 10 amp relay on board. It has a door open sensor input, a request to enter and exit input, which RTE input. It has a S-bus connection to the BMTA and S-bus up to 150 meters away. One XSR can be shared with 2 BMTAs if on the same door. 2 XSRs are required for bidirectional turnstiles. The BMTA can either be connected in RS485 or TCP/IP. With both connections, you'll be able to group up to 16 physical BMTA readers with a cluster controller in APC mode, regardless if configured with dual addresses or not. When using the device for access control, remember that BMTA does not have an onboard relay, so you will require the XSR via S-bus. Credentials. Impro provides a wide range of high-quality RFID tags for use with their range of access control systems. The tags are manufactured to international standard, providing long and trouble-free operation in the field. We've got the following tag accessories on offer. We've got the TCL 901, which is an ID card clear lens, and we've got the TCL 902, which is a clip for your credit card tags. We've got a rectangular keyring tag. The rectangular keyring tag is a tag with a robust steel tab to ensure that the tag is secure on the keyring. The Impro logo is embossed on the tag. We've got two variants. We've got the TKR 900, which is a rectangular keyring tag, and the TKR 901, which is a rectangular keyring tag and has a MIFARE 13.6 megahertz. We also offer the keyring Omega tag. The Impro keyring Omega Manchester tag is manufactured using fully automated direct bonding technology, resulting in a high-quality first-class tag. The tag features a slot for attachment to a keyring. The Impro logo is embossed on the tag. The following MIFARE tag is also on offer. We've got the TMC 911, which is a 4K card with ISO tag without mag strip and offers MIFARE. We also offer use of a dual frequency tag. The Impro credit card MIFARE tag is manufactured using full automated direct bonding technology, resulting in a high quality first class card with excellent surface for superior printing results. This is flexible ISO standard MIFARE credit card tag designed to suit most 13.56 MHz proximity application. The code for this is TMC912. We offer the following credit card tags also. We've got the TOC901, which is a credit card ISO print quality with clip slots and comes with a 12-month guarantee. Also the TOC912, which is a credit card ISO print quality, also coming with a 12-month guarantee. And lastly, we offer the TOC913, which is a credit card ISO industrial, which comes with 6 months guarantee. We've got a device called a quad transmitter. The Impro quad transmitter is a 4-channel hand-handled 433.92 MHz transmitter, as well as a passive keyring transporter tag of 125 kHz within it. The transmitter is designed for use with the Impro quad receiver and with the Impro range of access control products. The tag code for this is TRK900. Other hardware that we offer tag retention readers, registration readers, quad receivers, hamster, and the application controller. The tag retention reader, the Impro MDBV, which is a multidiscipline vertical mounted drop box, is a tag reading terminal. Provides access control to one door in full anti-passback APB by using a Wiegand or remote reader connected to 2 readers as the incoming reader and the Dropbox as the outgoing reader. There's 2 types. We've got the HRW901, which is a full height stainless steel housing with powder coated white with 2 relays and 4 digital inputs. Unit must be mounted on a vertical surface. And we also have the HRD900, which is a tag retention reader internal mechanism only. And this offers connections for RS485, TCP and TCP/IP. It is stainless steel powder coated frame with 2 relays and 4 digital outputs. The tag retention reader, where will you use it? You will use this for your visitors. And the credential frequency for this is 125 kHz and 13.56 MHz. The credential options for this can also read up to 9 different tag types. The enrollment reader you're going to use to enroll cards for this is the MDE, also known as the multidiscipline enrollment reader. Registration reader, MDE. Desk mounted tag registration reader for use with Access Portal connects via USB and can enroll cards from 125 kHz or 13.56 MHz. The code for this is HRN980. Now going to look back at the quad receiver, which works hand in hand with the quad transmitter. The Impro quad receiver is a compact, lightweight 4-channel 433.92 MHz RF receiver and part of the Impro Access Portal range. The quad receiver accepts 433.92 MHz transmission either OOK or FSK modulation schemes from handheld Impro quad transmitter, which is the TRK900. This is intended for indoor or outdoor use. The code for this device is HRR900, and that is the quad receiver. The quad receiver, which module would you then connect it to? You would need to connect it to the WRM or weekend reader module. The credential frequency for this through the transmitter is 433.92 megahertz. The credential options is that you would then use a transmitter, which is the quad transmitter. Enrollment reader, you would use the multidiscipline enrollment for your tag within the transmitter. We also have the Hamster 2, which is a USB enrollment reader. The Hamster 2 has a fingerprint sensor functionality and is cutting-edge fingerprint sensor. You will use the Hamster to enroll fingerprints for use on the BMTA. The code for this is GRB909. We're now going to look at our Portal Application Controller. The Portal Application Controller, also known as the PAC, is a sophisticated Linux access controller providing robust, high-capacity offline functionality. It's especially suited for high-traffic sites. The PAC is available in two housing variants. The first variant is the HCA930. This unit comes pre-installed in an integrated power supply known as an IPS steel cabinet with space for a backup battery. This has a battery protection fuse and an automated low battery voltage cutoff relay. There's also the HCA910. This unit comes in a tough compact ABS plastic housing. When we look at the system layout, you can have multiple application controllers on your large sites. When would you then code for the application controller instead of the cluster controller in APC mode? We're going to look at a site example with two different sites. Site 1 has tag holders of less than 10,000 tag holders and less than 10,000 tags. In that case, you will be able to then code your cluster controller in APC mode along with the door controllers. But if site 2 then has more than 10,000 tag holders and 10,000 tags, and you are using enterprise, you will then be required to then code an application controller, but you cannot use an APC on it. So you will only use your application controller with cluster controllers in DC mode. The Access Portal Enterprise system, the use of a cluster controller module in APC mode is only applicable to sites with less than 10,000 tag holders and 10,000 tags.